Topic one is some of the key differences between temporary, contract, and permanent employees. So these are three types of employees that you might consider to hire when you have a project like this coming up soon. And what I want to do is just define what each of those categories mean, and then give a few pros and cons of each. So the first one would be a temporary employee. Temporary employees are typically hired for an unexpected or sudden event. So it's something that's not planned for, and it's usually very short-term in nature. So these projects tend to start quickly and end quickly. Some of the pros and cons of using a temporary service. The biggest advantage is that you're not adding any long-term direct and indirect employee overhead costs. So this is something that, like I said, can come and go very quickly. Usually it's not budgeted for. So short-term costs can tend to be a little bit higher. Markups with temporary employees are generally a little higher than using a long-term employee. And it's typically a little harder to find employees for temporary projects, especially when you're working in aerospace or automotive or more advanced industry where specific skill sets are required. And sometimes you have to be a little concerned with turnover when it comes to temporary employees. It's usually a little bit higher than contract or direct hire. And you have to consider training and retraining costs. So these can typically be a little bit higher when you're using temporary services.